here we are.
Yay.
Playthrough A. So.
But why has 21 hours on? Oh.
Because this is.
Right. That's your speedrun one.
Yeah. Alright.
And D&B. Which we won't get to tonight. Because side quests. Of the side quests.
I mean, we could very well just go there. Like, the side quests are C and D.
Right.
Like, so we could just explore at our pace.
Yeah.
Loud noise. There we go. Nope, wrong way.
That's fine.
Whenever
yeah,
I
Amber back.
interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Here we go.
Hi, welcome to Playthrough B.
Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot. Text.
Yeah, you were so busy reading all day, you forgot that you're going to be doing some reading today.
Yeah.
The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane in the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. I don't know if that makes teacups look like fierce, but still they got a strong energy about it. Make some powerful tea in that.
I was gonna say it's like a possessed teapot.
A Sinus tea. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face of an almost sexless quality.
I'm sure that's how that works.
Also, you're already talking about teacups, just use porcelain. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. She was 16 feet tall. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, finally striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no. It found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo! Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. It's me! Demo! The boys seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seemingly indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. Oh hey, you have 16 gigabytes of web storage.
Okay.
What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. With rocks. Kaine knew that those were not the only eyes for her, or on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. They were bad parents.
They were horrible people.
In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. Didn't say you could leave, freak! Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. Oh look, little freak's gonna cry. What's wrong? You sad everyone hates you and wants you dead? Just fucking nailing that in the head, huh? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood out and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Demo needed a better rock hand for that. Kaine couldn't keep Demo's leering gaze. Gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open.
Yikes.
You're a freak. No, I'm not. Did you say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me! Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, let's give the freak what she deserves! As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you act like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? That's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go home to. Freak! chanted the children. Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from the spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god. He's crying. He's actually crying! Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began to uneasily shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke with a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth.
Badass grandma.
Grandma's baller. Ow! Stop it, what are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. Hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid.
I love this old woman. I forgot how much I like Kaine's grandma.
Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out! Leave this village. No one wants you here. Either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ha! Let that fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run away from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that. The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Sit. Shh. Don't talk like that, Kaine. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to anyone that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. Another gash opened on her forehead. As a young child, she didn't even know her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caked on her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not, don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. On my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Hush! I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, they can go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. You get an achievement for growing one. Those people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother, had somehow collected a dozen or more. She's got her sources. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Oh, just stumbled upon them one day while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she was explaining, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been a bit more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, her grandmother said as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work. But it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandma smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hands in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hits of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. How much reading?
Right, it's the whole thing. Like, they didn't break this up at all. Do you just want to, not read out loud? And just okay, guys,
Everyone gets, 10 seconds to read.
Yeah, also, but you're gonna...
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and adjust that.
Bottom right, maybe?
I'm just gonna go bottom left again. I don't think there's any real winning. Get good, son. I can't tell which would cut more, the words or the wood. might need a new grandma. You should just take the axe with you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of my favorite versions of the song.
Yeah.
Because it's got the bit of both lyricless, just good loop.
Yeah. That you can't get anywhere else.
Yep, it's mixed in a special way. In-house. A good distance from the area. A good 10 seconds run.
I feel like it's farther than like we give it.
Yeah. I split wood before. Sucks. Especially if you're like not even using like a 13 pound maul, you're using an old axe.
Yeah.
It sucks. Uh-oh. Put a lot of effort into this water. Okay. Weird.
All good.
Yeah, no, I got two different types of notifications at the same time, and one of them's Snapchat, and one of them's an Instagram message. It ain't like I'm dying,
Yeah,
she said before she died.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening, Grandma.
Don't worry, you'll make a great recovery. I beg to differ. Dies. I'll die in a bed when I'm good and ready. Well, it seems like you.
Shut up. Look, you don't call people freaks. Please don't swear. Now you watch your mouth or I kick you out.
That's the smell of drugs.
Because everybody's dead.
Didn't you know? People die here. Word travels fast on its own, let alone when there's not a lot of traveling to do.
Yeah.
Callie. Huh. Callie hit a kid with a rock. Callie rocks!
Then why haven't you been doing more? Never mind.
What the hell are you doing drawing pictures of me? I like that. With enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world.
He's got good writing sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if he wrote this.
I know. It's in here.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they'll keep it this way
Yeah.
in the remake, because I fucking hope not.
I hope they do it in the way of the 7 remake. Kid Memories, where they just have it so it's just a movie.
Yeah.
Horse manure, really? Like, not horse shit?
No, no.
Manure's a worse word, I guess. What, like an innocent thought, though.
Yeah. A bad artist blames the tools. I think it's a particularly aesthetically pleasing misshapen loaf of bread, thank you.
Yeah.
And I love it. Girl, I'm here for it.
You did such a great job. It's terrible, but I love it.
It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you think you do crap jobs, but you do the work,
Shut up.
and that's why
Keep
I love
going!
it. They don't have a refrigerator because we're in the post-apocalypse. Forever. On to the next.
I guess, I mean, so we don't get the 5 years of of Nier doing shit. We get the 5 years of Kaine, though.
Just being a statue and remembering.
It's not bad writing, it's just too much at once.
Yeah. It's fine when, like, you're alone, but there's a lot of reading to do, like, in a row.
Yeah.
Because they're high in protein. Don't judge bugs.
Yeah, but bugs are actually a viable source of food.
Yeah. They're just gritty and I can't eat them.
These stories read different, knowing she's intersex.
Yeah.
And, like, being older and, like, more out as a trans person, these stories read really hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I just like, look at the sass on you. It's visible.
Yeah. Like, I know this is a funny time to say it, but I was like, earlier, I was like, I don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
I want to cry, but, like, this is hard.
A breakfast of burned berry. There was a question on Mabam Bam a while back that was, why don't we eat hot grapes?
Not that again.
I mean, it's a bullshit question, but it's also a good question.
Yeah.
And like now it's like, you cook the berry. Why do you cook the berry? Like in Don't Starve, you can cook berries.
It makes it softer, honestly. Like, but, like, there's no reason Kaine would need it cooked.
Yeah. Unless it was poisonous, then you have to cook it to get the poison broken down. To bury you under. There's a lot of... Hang on, which one? Is metaphor the one with the likes, or is it
Simile.
simile? What's a simile? Thieves! We can't even keep out the wind! There's-
Worried about those bitches.
There's something so poignant about some people saw one shade west of the village yesterday, and that's reason for worry.
Yeah. I think... So, the one thing I do like about Kaine's stories being told this way is, like, we kind of realize that, like, Nier fighting them is odd. People don't fight shades.
Yeah, people don't like them and often are overpowered by them,
Yeah.
and like, and then you like remember what they are,
Yeah.
and just a stray shade is akin to a lost child,
It really is. Like, you're fighting...
and like only after time do shades become violent, but people don't fucking know that.
Yeah. It's just, it's a kid trying to find their home.
Yeah,
That's
for anyone,
what a shade is.
yeah, for anyone who's chiming in now to watch in, you should go back and watch playthrough A.
Yeah, I was gonna say watch playthrough A because we're not going to fully explain why we're saying what we do.
Yeah, like things are explained then, and then we get more explanation on those explanations here.
But just the very, very high level is shades are people. Period.
So I'll agree as
There's
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more nuance to it, but we're not going to too long didn't read it because there's
Because it's way too long to even didn't read it.
yeah.
Oh, grandma.
All the world. Proud of you. That's enough goddamn compliments. Uh-oh.
What'd she do? I
Kind of was like, where do you think I learned to swear? And her grandma, like, grabbed her by the ears and started dragging her around the room. She's like, what the hell going on with you? And she's like, oh, I don't know what happened. I have what they call dementia. I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner.
Yay, grasshopper.
That's why we gotta build the walls to keep the wind out. I could just take her away. Uh-oh.
What song is this even?
It's a Shadow Lord, isn't it? The castle?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, this is Roar. Charlotte Roar.
Yeah. Some insane god. See also Yoko Taro.
Yeah. So her grandma really was killed by the thing that, like, weird pulsing lizard shape?
I think so.
Okay. That's interesting that we get the smell of what a shade smells like. Rotting
Yeah.
meat.
Or at least that shade.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh. Oh.
What do you got there? A knife?
Again, we're learning a lot more about shades in this than we did in the entire playthrough, right?
Yeah. Yep, I am bleeding. Huh.
Yep.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Hey. Kill it. Hey.
Hit it again. Hit it again. Harder. Harder. Alright. And now we get to play for like 5 minutes.
We've been playing for half an hour.
That is a lot of reading.
That is a half hour of words.
The beast approaches. Oh, I got it.
Come on, man. She just woke up.
Did you happen to see all those words? Shh. No, I don't read. You know I don't read. Alright.
It was so intimidating the first time I saw it. Now it just kind of looks silly.
It's a silly little thing.
We're still level, but like we were at the end of the game, though, right?
Yes.
What a this creature must have.
Here.
How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I don't know. How did the person literally turn to stone survive for 5 years?
I have to reassign the words?
That's odd.
Yeah, no, I didn't keep any of it.
At least it all still exists.
Yeah.
Now's a good time to get popcorn, everybody.
Yeah. There's so many words.
We use a lot of pop, didn't we?
Gebel and Odazarkin, because we want the XP rate.
Oh.
And then later it's going to be item drop rate. One of these is physical strength. And the other one is...
Do you want ice cream or anything?
I have a piece of pie in the fridge.
Oh, you want to bring it out?
That'd be awesome. I'll take it in the box.
It's not the blade, skill of the user. Strike him down.
Get him! Get him! Gooped him!
Thank you. Jeez, are we going back to reading?
I hope not.
Here we are.
Well,
That's why I was like, you know what? Now's probably a good time for us to eat. Gently.
gentle. Wiggle. Shuffle.
It's gross.
I was like, I just need to look over here.
Blech.
Oh. Yep, that's my arm. Ah, beans.
Mm. Ooh. Oof. Then broke into a jolly dance. Are you okay?
This is my crayon drawing hands.
Ta 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 ta.
Ha the cha cha cha. Yep. Definitely gonna die. I don't like it.
Uh-oh. I know how this goes. You
Yep.
don't want to be a magical girl, Kaine.
Please, invisible man in the sky, save me.
Ha ha ha. I'm sure it should do.
I don't make wishes. I look at weather vanes and ask which way to go. You did see an apothecary draw a picture that turned into bugs, and he danced and laughed and disappeared. So, I mean, maybe. Not cool, dude.
Just like before?
Your hands could do lots of things.
Why
Like-
did we find the serial killer?
I believe there's a survivorship bias.
Yep.
What's a shade?
Gross. Gross. Yeah, I hope they do this part with voice acting and like either you get to play it or something, right?
Yeah, visualize it at least.
Yeah, because I want I want to hear him earlier.
Uh-huh. Let it burn through you.
Hey, Palpatine.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna make no sense to you.
Do you want to invest in a timeshare? A what?
Like not dying.
I have become a god. I think things and they happen.
Yeah, also, I guess I forgot part of Kaine's story. Because I assumed they always hated her because she was always possessed. I forgot she got possessed after Grandma died.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes this even harder for...
Yep.
Okay.
We'll wrap them up in their own assholes. Like a sleeping bag.
Some kind of racist?
You can't just ask people why they're shades. Corpse is a corpse. You and me? Murdering buddies? Bonnie and Clyde?
New friend?
Fred Astaire? Fred Astaire is one person. That's where you're wrong. Where do you think I got them dance powers from? Shades! Yeah, Tyron. That's fine. That's a good name. Normal.
This is not like Matt.
What is this, Astral Chain?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dan. That would have been really funny, though. If I did go with that first name, I would have blended in with everybody. Remember in Astral Chain, I was like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first name I put down was Dan, and
Yeah.
you're like, no. Apparently everyone!
Yeah, you could have. You're Dan and your sister Akira.
And your coworkers, Max, Jin, Olive, and Yosef. And I like Rotten and Sour.
I hate Tyron.
Yeah,
He's probably one of the most interesting characters in this game. I hate him so much.
it means it did his job well. An effective asshole. If you ever run out of hate,
gotta come back to us.
I'm up.
Huh.
Won't use my grandma.
Emil, you were the one calling me, huh?
I mean, no.
Still recognize me?
Yeah, sure. I knew you right away.
I know a prissy boy every time I see one.
You still sound like you're sick.
Good to see you.
God, you look like shit.
You look like
Hey, walk past me your car.
Yeah.
How
Thank
long
you.
has it been?
5 years.
It's been 5 whole American years. Yeah, the 5 years have not been nice to my face.
Oh. That's a long time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
5 years, I lost an eye. Emil became a skeleton. This time.
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way
What have you been up to? Oh, right.
Lord.
Statue.
This is for you.
This is the gesture I use to water my flowers.
lunar tears. Did you make this?
No.
Back gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but oh hell. Thanks.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Your books are 5 years overdue.
Oh, right, and then the whole, like, we need to kick her out.
That's great. Listen, can I talk to you for a minute?
They don't like her. It's
This doesn't
mostly
make
the
sense.
language.
I guess, like,
Try to understand.
why are they scared of
I'm
Kaine?
scared and
I'm scared of Kaine.
I'm sorry.
Like, people wouldn't
But
know
for
that
different
she's-
reasons.
Yeah.
It's crap.
It's okay.
Well, I know, like, I
Sleep
understand if they're,
outside.
like, afraid of Emil, but, like, why are they afraid of Kaine? Like,
I-
she hasn't done any
No
shady
one
shit
but
here.
you and
I think it's
Kaine
the
saved
language.
this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I
Bleh.
mean, look at me.
Just because you're non-confrontational doesn't mean you have to sleep outside.
As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it.
Like, you guys could have gotten him better clothes, you know? Both of them. Both of them.
I'd call you Bone Daddy, but you're like the opposite of a daddy. You're like a twink.
Right,
Is-
Kaine?
What? I broke Jynx.
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
Again, why don't you guys just, like, get them a tent?
Sorry.
Get them clothes. I'm still upset about all of this.
I'm under the impression that at any point she could be like, "All right, I'll sleep outside. Make me."
Yeah.
Look at any of the people in the village like, if you can make me do it,
I'm
let's
out.
go. And just arm wrestles them to death.
What is the matter?
I'm pissed off.
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now.
It's my house. I pay the mortgage. The post-apocalypse mortgage.
How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me? We should turn in.
Yeah, and
Oh, they're dumb and stupid. And stupid and dumb.
they don't know what they're talking about.
gonna see more black pages, aren't we?
Yeah. We've had that exchange.
Hmm.
Did you sleep well? Sure. Well, if you say so. Oh. Gimme. Woo! Getting paid my own money.
I forgot I stored this here.
That's 900 of my own dollars. Sup, chickens? Bye, chickens. Gotta save.
I'll do that again. Until the next playthrough. We can start skipping things after the next playthrough.
They don't do it again.
Oh, right. We just start right after she comes out.
Yeah. Ooh. Got a lot to save. A lot of words. Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
We are not friends.
Never talk to you again. Need to find the Shadow Lord. You're the only people who know what the words... Well, you don't even know what they mean.
So we go right back to singing like nothing's wrong.
We're sorry, but we're also not going to do anything about it.
Jump the wall.
Paths are for losers.
Do we have to reinitiate some of the side quests, or can we just start doing them?
Let's double look. You don't have any incomplete quests.
So yeah, I think we have to reinitiate them.
I think so. Yeah.
Good thing we didn't like half complete any of them.
Correct.
It sucked.
You just gotta talk to people. Oh, hello.
Yeah, but you should do something about it.
We want to protect the villagers from things that aren't threats.
I feel terrible. No, you don't.
It seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow. It's sealed off. So take a boat.
Again, oddly convenient. I'm still trying to figure out, like, they needed you to do something, and it just didn't go quite right. Right? There's no way they would have given you all of this information and then been like, why did you do it? Like, there had to be some reason they needed you to do this.
Yeah. I just don't think they expected you to live.
But, like, at this point, like, if that's the case, and I agree, like, that could be the case. Or not, I agree, like, I understand that could be the case. But if that's the case, why did they send you to do stupid, like, actual dangerous, wait, not actual, but, like, dangerous things that didn't get you to actually what you needed to do? Right? Like, ah, yes, the Shadowless Castle is probably connected to this thing.
The furnace.
But yeah, like, just something unrelated. Right? Like, they just let you go right to it.
Thieves.
That's my only thing. Like,
You could call it a sign of the times. Rare
once you
is the
started
man who
succeeding,
steals
they
of
should have been like,
choice
what are you doing?
as opposed to
Like, let's just make something up.
Oh, it's you, eh? Well,
Hey, about...
That's okay.
Just collecting a bunch of unfinished, like, all the side quests.
Yeah. I mean, we need to. I know you said it's like we don't need it till ending C, but we might as well get it done now. So then we can just fly through the last two.
A pair of brothers near the water wheel. The broken one. They loiter like criminals.
Hey,
That kid's onto something. You guys who steal? Why are you asking if you're so sure? Your tone betrays your guilt. Confess.
My muscle-bound friend here becomes angry.
And you wouldn't like him when he's irritable. Fine. Did it. Why? 'Cause we're hungry? Also 'cause Dad. My dad told me to. Your father's a piece of shit. Oh, he's probably drunk. Get him! If I have to beat up one more drunkard, I swear on someone's god. Settle down, book. You the piece of shit. Huh? What's it to you, huh? I gotta ask me all these questions. You're forcing your kids to commit crimes. Crimes? No.
Also a felony.
It's not like that. I just told them to go find some food. Hey, shut your mouth before I shut it for you. No good meddlers.
Tattletale.
No one calls me a meddler.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Your time is wasted on this drunken scoundrel. I'll cut that guy in half. You cut my dad in half? I did.
Cool.
How shall we explain this to the client? Well, we cut the kids in half too. What's his name? Hammurabi? Dude cut people in half a lot?
What's new?
What's new? The culprit? Yeah. Turns out it's an old man who's been dressing up as a ghost to try to scare off land buyers so he can get the doubloons at the bottom of... Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the wrong quest. It's two kids and their drunk father. By an abusive father.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe we can go easy on them? The kids? The dad deserves a good kick to the head? There's no way I'm sending them back to their shit dad, and well, I do have a vacancy. But my kids keep getting sick. Woo! $303,000!
Why don't we give it back to you and you take care of the kids?
unthinkable.
And yet it's the reality the village faces. Things are more desperate than I knew.
If we hope to restore the lives of the villagers, we must cull as many shades as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll cull some shades. What does cull mean?
Sup?
Look here, book. I know some words. Roughly 1,000.
And they're in a bunch of different languages, but like, it's good.
The lost shrine is at the other end of this cave.
And the Shadow Lord's castle lies just beyond.
You don't.
You guys are going to a castle?
Let us
Sounds
make
awesome.
Do you know that for sure? Really?
Well, why would you live in anything else? It's not like you'd live in a subterranean metropolis. That would make no sense. It's got to be a castle that I've never seen.
Why does he know it's a castle? I never thought to question this. Oh yeah, they do give them names.
Yep. And built different. Hi, welcome to playthrough B.
We get to know what the Shades think now. You guys wanted that, right?
The B stands for bad times.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun, everybody. We're gonna have a great time.
So where's the tragedy come in?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Gotta climb. Kaine is running around at the speed of sound. She's arms swept back, Naruto running.
Yep, she's been doing that the whole time.
Oh, and she just jumped down, and she's up. And she's running. It's just funny seeing it from like top down. It's just fucking full on, you know, you're too slow. Such a good song. I love that song a lot.
You're just sitting right there. It's interesting that like Hanzo's body just stayed there
Mm-hmm.
for 6 years. How come we don't hear what they're saying?
We don't, because they're not actually saying anything.
That's fair.
They're laughing at his pain. Hang on. Hanzo was the boy? Greta was the girl?
Yes.
Yes. Oh cool, we're back. Punch. I got too much herb. Jeez, bud, it seems like you know your way around this place. I've only been here 20 times. You've been here twice. You have. Got these block puzzles and shit. Ugh. You can tell they're important blocks because they've got color.
And not because we can actually move them.
And handles. They also have handles. So, I watched one of the more recent trailers for the remake,
Yeah.
and they described it as like a slow life RPG. Like that was like the word they used. Yeah, slow life RPG because you can grow plants and ride pigs, and
What?
they showed off like all the things that you can do, and it was like RPG things. Like they don't call it, they don't call 7 a fucking or any Final Fantasy a slow life RPG because you can ride chocobos.
So weird.
Yeah, like I didn't think that was much of a selling point, but apparently, like, just there's something special about this one.
I don't think they know how to market this. I really don't. I don't think they know what to do because it's like they can't really say, like the prequel to Automata because it really doesn't, like, there's not a connection. There really isn't. The connection is Emil? Question mark? Like, they can't say this is where the story all started because it doesn't connect that way. This is not a spoiler, guys. You'll see it immediately.
Yeah, it's not much of a mystery.
Like they're stuck because they were just like, well, we like really put a lot of like marketing into the sequel, and now we're making the prequel, but it's like, it's not the prequel. It's the first game. We just didn't. No one played the first game. Also, we're not even giving them the one that like most people in America, everyone in America played. We're giving them the version they didn't play
The other one.
because we didn't have access to it. Normally, I'm like, honestly, people have heard this already, but like normally, I typically think the Japanese story is superior to the North American release because they typically have the more complete version. I'm not looking forward to Brother Nier. It's just not gonna work. Like, I'm gonna give it a chance, but it's just not gonna work.
Stop trying to make Brother Nier happen. You can tell by they use square tile on the floor. Easy grids.
Yeah.
This is how we keep people out of the Shadow Lord's castle. Block puzzles. It's not even a puzzle.
Blocks.
I've faced harder puzzles in Resident Evil games, and Resident Evil games are grab the key and put it in the slot. And then every once in a while they have a laser puzzle, and you can accidentally cook your friend because they're staying in the wrong fucking place.
Cook your friends.
Oh!
Who are these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functioning.
I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Oh yeah, listen, because Tyron's gonna talk now.
Yep.
M. Well, no. So the other thing, just quick to mention, Tyron's voice actor is the guy who did Shinji in the original Evangelions. So when I forget what Tyron's name is, I'm going to call him Shinji.
Yeah.
So that's why that kept happening. And while I was saying it before he was revealed, so that it didn't give it away.
So the other funny thing is that it may not sound like Shinji because he's actually trying to be menacing and shit. He does a great job. The funniest part is that later on, there's a moment when his voice cracks and it sounds exactly like Shinji.
He does a really good job with this role. I do want to say that. Like, I know I'm about to, like, we shit talk him and stuff, but like, he does a great job with this role.
We shit talk him because unfortunately, like, his entire career is going to be based off of Shinji Ikari. And it's like, that's not really his fault. It's like the whole Daniel Radcliffe will always be Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... And there's nothing you can do about it. Just, Shinji Ikari is a very, very iconic role. And unfortunately, when you play a whiny kid, people are going to think of you as the whiny kid.
I'm sorry, when you play a kid with severe PTSD?
He's also whiny.
These things are not mutually exclusive all the time. For as much as everybody gives Evangelion, it pisses me off on how they treat the main character.
They treat everyone like, when I say everyone generally watches it in their teens, and so they get the wrong point.
Yeah.
And that's why they over-sexualize Rei and they over-sexualize Asuka and they, are mad at They want a harem anime and they don't get one, and so they complain.
Yeah.
But also, Shinji's a whiny boy.
He is. And he's also a teenager with severe PTSD. What do you expect? Right, anyway, side note for playthrough B, what you want to look at is there will be times when the shades are going to talk. They'll be up in the top left where Vice and everybody else has been talking.
Yes, I moved the camera back.
Yeah. Tehran's going to start talking now. And yeah, as you've seen, we're starting to see new cutscenes as well.
There's new cutscenes.
What you didn't see before Fort was able to pull the camera down is the shades started saying turn back, turn back. So it is interesting that they thought you can understand. You know? Like all you've ever done to any shade is to run up and kill them. But they still try to talk to you.
Yeah. They don't know I can't understand them. Man, I am strong.
Timing's terrible. I think we can be friends. Let's spend the rest of our lives together.
What was that noise? I hope it isn't anything bad.
Kaine, Emil, I want you to... Look, I'm sorry, right?
Sorry for what?
I'm going to talk to the villagers. I want them to let you in.
Oh, it's no big deal. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to it.
Well, you shouldn't be. It's crap, and it needs to change.
I wish everyone felt the same way. It's alright, really. I like camping out with Kaine. It's kind of fun, in a weird way. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
I can't cook. That's not becoming of me. Yeah, just kick them aside.
What I do find funny is learning that Kaine had Tehran telling her things the whole time and she didn't think to share. I've heard of this place. It's where shades come together. You think you could have passed that on?
Incomplete shades.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Oh, you never heard of the Gestalt Project? No. No, it's never come up. Is that like a band or something? Demon on the roof!
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the dark.
That's okay, we're gonna punch him. I will punch it.
I punch it with the magic fist and then my real fist.
Sorry, bro.
They're my friends!
Do you really think you're more justice?
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it!
Hey there, sunshine. You ain't feeling bad for this freak, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood.
It's a Beyblade.
Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Did they get him back to be Tyrone?
I don't know.
We should look it up. Alright, you know what? They probably haven't released his voice though.
Probably not.
I realize as much as we make jokes that they're spoiling things, they're really only spoiling ending.
For the most part. Shit! Uh-oh!
Alright, that. Okay.
I've been impaled! I'm fine! It missed the load-bearing heart.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, there's no timer on this.
Right, because they went. This is what he says. Our friends keep us strong.
You guys hearing this?
Yeah. That's nice of them to let you actually read it all and the timer not go down. We're gonna play through B.
Kaine, are you alright? We've got to.
Are you alright? You've been impaled and you're in a pool of blood.
I fear there is little we can do.
But you're alright, right?
Yeah, but are you good?
No. Kaine!
We just unstoned you.
Get back.
What is that?
It's all over for you, sunshine.
Kaine!
You know what his voice reminds me of?
What's that?
One of the people in Reaper Madness, the musical. The other dude who lives at the quote-unquote fraternity house. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
Okay. I don't remember the character names, so.
Look at Kaine's shade!
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Kaine! Please come back!
Got her.
Stay your blade. Magic is required against this foe.
Done. Got big fist. We punched the shade right out of her.
You punched the shade out of her hair!
We punched the shade out of her hair.
I wanna watch Scott Pilgrim again.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't own it. I really like it.
Yeah, you should try to find a copy of it.
I can't be with you.
I'll look for it at the same time I look for iRobot.
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you.
I feel like I'm real
I'm weak
in this game.
and sad and lonely, but somehow you make me strong. You're my friend and I need you, so you can't go away.
Because, you know, he sounds like an 8-year-old kid, which is what he is.
Yeah?
All right. Right.
God, I get it. You love me. Shut it. We're a big happy family.
Thank you.
I am still bleeding a lot though.
I'm all right.
Gleam, gleam. Treasure.
I have no idea. You know who will have an idea?
People who work with stone. What are those called? Masons? No, Freemasons aren't real. We gotta talk to the Illuminati.
You're ridiculous.
I like to think I'm clever.
I know what I said.
The words must have some kind of meaning. Most words have meaning, but yes. By all means.
Tyrion's like, oop, murderous rampage? Can I
Did
help?
you say murderous rampage? Yes,
Here to help.
in a way. Kill Shades and save my daughter. And I'm all out of gum. People can't change overnight unless there's some kind of horrific event that scars their psyche. Then they can be afraid of people. Overnight.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go not do the Forest of Myth right now.
Yeah, let's not do the horse.
I'm worded out.
I don't think that one. Oh, good, the junk heap.
I'm gonna go take care of side quests.
Okay, I was just like, wow, actually, both of these suck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there unless I gotta. Uh-huh.
I'd rather.
I hope it's a Jack. I like people named Jack. That's not the card. It's cooking, and it started a fire that ruined my kitchen and equipment. I can't repair that. The best thing if I scrap is in the junk heap.
What if I don't give you stuff from the junk heap? What if I don't go there?
A memory alloy 10 titan.
Jesus Christ, what did you do?
What is your kitchen made of? A good thing I fucking went there a few times already, but now I can't upgrade my weapon, you fuck.
It's
You
okay.
burned down your kitchen.
You have to go back there anyway, so
Yep.
we'll need to put the item drop rate up.
Yep. Take it! That's pretty good.
Why are you robbing these villagers?
They're paying me for goods and services. Predominantly the goods. So there's another one.
There's another one.
And another one.
Oh, you. Yeah, I'm kind of...
Is everything alright?
You could also probably run towards
Seafront?
seafront.
Mm-hmm. Did you get him vaccinated? Well, Well, there's nothing we can do.
No cure for stupid. Oh, that's not ominous.
Okay, let's see if we can go see where... Shall we begin by questioning the children?
I suppose all children are precious to their own parents.
Of course they are.
But if the cause of the illness is a mystery, how are we possibly supposed to find a cure?
I was hoping you had an idea about that.
I have many ideas.
With the child itself.
Itself.
Child? Wouldn't the adults know better?
Even the oldest man in the world is but a child to my eyes.
But yes, there's also literal chronological evidence. Unless they're Benjamin Button. Freaks. Treasure map. You know, a map with treasure? I'm collecting treasure maps. Most of the time the treasure is weapons. Don't go naked around weapons.
Yeah. Goes back to Devila. People in this town are weird.
I guess I should know where to look for a treasure map before telling a guy, yeah, I can find a treasure map. Old documents. You mean like a library?
Like a liver papers?
Hey,
Do you?
You don't.
Do you have new weapons in stock? You don't understand. We need the weapons.
Supply and demand, I suppose. You need to have supply. Dipshit. Let's go talk to a kid. Are you a kid? How about you? You're not the kid I'm looking for. You. You? Are you a kid? No. One of you's a kid. You're a kid. Talk to me.
You know what?
That's... okay, ominous. My father said you're going to die in 4 days. I wish I could go to the cursed forest.
Wish I could leave this. The husband went away. Did he go away, or did you push him down a well?
Or did he die when you pushed him down a well?
Remember, I'm reading horror books right now, so like.
You're reading The Shining.
Yeah, I'm reading The Shining. I'm like 200 pages from the end. I got it yesterday, because this is how I do books.
Ravenous.
I'll slow down eventually. When I'm done.
When you're blind. Alright, I can't jump on that pier.
You're gonna try anyway, though.
Yep, always gonna try.
It doesn't.
You can fish.
Yeah, that'll be one place that we're gonna fish eventually.
Oh, do we need to pull up that spreadsheet?
Eventually. Or, like, I mean, we can go pull it back up if we want. It should be in Google Docs.
Because I've completed some side quests.
Great. So, we really just needed it for part 1. We needed to make sure we got to 51%. Because, like, part 2, like, we can collect it all, and if we still have a percentage left before we go...
Mm-hmm.
We know when the point of no return is, so...
You think curses actually exist? Says the man who punches things with special fists.
Says the man whose kid is literally dying to what is a curse.
Says the man talking to a flying book.
No such thing as curses.
I will withhold judgment on such things, idiot. Alright, to the Forest of Myth. Or don't. Meanwhile, I got a gourd seed!
I forgot that story goes to the Forest of Myth.
Yeah.
To Seafront! The opposite direction!
Let's go in the literal opposite direction. Curse my tired old bones! Curse!
Oh, we're terrible.
It's been a while since we've been able to just kind of like go from extremely somber recognition that the first boss we faced in the game had feelings and a change of heart after getting its ass whipped for 5 years. Then we show up, and then we just go and just like, kids are stupid, huh?
Children.
Kids. Dive!
It is worth it to find them in the field though, because every so often they will talk, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I like the ones with little shields on their heads.
I think it's like cook pots, because they're using chef's knives and stuff too.
Yeah.
Big ol' ornamental wok. There was no pig out today. I couldn't drift the pig.
Aww.
It is confirmed though that drifting the pig is back.
Pig drifting!
But it doesn't get the cool like shockwave when it picks up speed.
Aww.
Yeah, and so we get caught like on a corner. It's like yeah, none of that. Devastating. My poor heart. To shreds, you say. Anyway. You've got words.
Aha. I love it.
I'm what's called a botanist. Means I study plants.
I study bots.
Anyway, I need to go to the scrap heap. That's a very rare tree, and I'm gonna need to go there and borrow a piece of the tree's root. We'll put it back when we're done.
That's not how things work.
It's just one little piece of root. I'll do it, but stop calling me buddy.
Hey, pal.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. Damn it all. She's married. How could you do that to me? I'm a nice guy.
Just like inches back.
Swear to God you call me Chad? Even though I am 100,000% a total Chad. Hey, old man.
How are you?
I need 3 sandfish. They live in the oceans of sand. Go catch some sand. Okay, bye. Are you kids? I got a starfish. Awesome. I'm looking for John Connor. Hey, you're doing it. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, you're playing, so I have to be here.
Oh. You're old. What do you want?
Hello, dearie.
You made quite a name for yourself. Yeah? I mean, I don't know, but yeah. No need to be modest. Anyway, I need some particular talents. Go dive beneath the ocean. Sure. Do not unseal the cargo. Oh, it's contraband.
He's the easiest person to work with.
Partially because he's a total dipshit.
I need you to... I need you to stand on your head and say kumquat 3 times.
Well, you're the one with the money.
There's the Masterless Lighthouse. Do you need to talk to the people in the post office for it?
Probably, yeah. That's not a door. It's a door, but it's not a door. Not a real door. It's one of them fake doors for fake people. You. Did you hear the news? Maybe. Go on. There's a giant shade in the southern plains. They say it likes to eat postmen! Postwomen are fine! Shades are sexist! Shades don't eat people. Well, people say the bodies look like they've been torn apart and chewed on. Yeah, those aren't shades. Those are probably cannibals. Master of the Southern Plains. Well, they're not the person to talk to. I think there's someone at the lighthouse I need to talk to. But, okay, so here's the thing. I have to go to the bathroom. And it may not be quick. So, should I just save and we call it a night?
Yeah.
Alright. So, yeah, we've been playing for about 2 hours.
And like 45 minutes of it was straight up text.
Sorry. We've been reading for about an hour and actual gameplay for about an hour.
Yeah.
We'll be back, I want to say, sometime this week. I don't know when.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those weeks.
I have a lot of late nights this week. So it's probably not going to be Nier, even though we've proven that we can play less than 3 hours of it.
Yeah.
It's just hard to like pick up and set down because a lot of things are really involved. So it might be...
So Nier won't be until the weekend, but we have Factorio, we have more Astral Chain, we have Fort maybe starting Hades, so there's gonna be...
Once I go to space in Factorio, it's Hades. Like, that's where I'm at. So.
Yeah, so like we have stuff, and so we will be streaming things, but you won't be seeing more Nier until the weekend.
I'm gonna save again, because that's my habit. But yeah, so, we'll hopefully see you sometime this week. If I don't see you this week, it's because I'm busy with my job and such.
Yeah.
So, yep. You all take care. You all have a good night. Bye.